once again, welcome back. Your instructor, Muhammad Asif Nadeem, is with you, and similar case, the creative nonfiction. We were talking about the major writers from the art of personal essay writing. Most of them were from the Americans, the English. There was a long, long history over there. And we were talking about further the James Baldwin. And after that, now we will start it with John Didden the American. John Didden the American was the writer that was born in 1934. So Didden, as a native Californian, came to an essay writing through the journalism. And her careful reporting skills shine through her everything she writes. While most of the essayist escapes from the up-to-date, she is attracted to it. For example, people never follow and never discuss the present, but she was more concerned with the present times. Present times is like for the optimistic personalities, those personalities which are there in order to magnify, in order to glorify themselves, or in order to attain something new in their lives. So this lady, or a kind of writer, she was wholly and solely willing for this journalism, but the present kind of journalism. We are always enlisted with the memories, with the past, with the futures. The only problem with an individual or a professional is that we always waste time in carrying out our past moments, days, sadistic elements on the other behalf. Few of the optimistic people tries to focus down, tries to emphasize, tries to behave that what they should do their best at the current time. So in order to make current time better, so her idea was behind that how to grab the real type incidents in a very quick time. Her time of reporting was rapid. For example, nowadays there is a program under the categorization of rapid fire as well. So she was a rapid, instant, responsive journalist who tries to create her fiction through her real words, through her real incidents, through her real pictorial images. And her art is being renowned this Californian. Furthermore, moving forward from rock songs to the Californian weather, to the Manson's family murders, there's something very, very kind of technical, that is the emotional, that in her cool, she was very keen. She write like the Ernest Hemingway. She has a great influence of the Ernest Hemingway. Let's see, for example, she was having a very, very strong background of literature as well. As she was a good reader, so she always tries to convince, discuss the readers, the intelligentsia with her thoughts, with her real type incidents, and material was taken from the Ernest Hemingway as white elephants. So Hills Like White Elephant is a short story by Ernest Hemingway, which is a story of a boy and girl. It is not named that this boy and this girl. This is general. This is a story of a general human being. One belongs from Barcelona, the other was going to the Spanish. They met each other at one train. They tried to live in their lives, live in their memories. They discussed, they were in a marital, illegal, illicit affair as well. After that affair, they get that female got pregnant, and after that they were unable to understand what should they do, with this new creature, for example, expectation. So they both left on an open ending story. That ending story was one moving to another train, the other moving to another train. So in Europe, this is quite normal. This is quite easy, and this is seldomly happening over there. That they are again and again people are into these illicit affairs, and this is a freedom for them. This is a kind of life to them. So she also tries to convince the readers with the realities, with the truth, with the expectations. Never, because the more you expect it from other, the more hurting it is. So it is better to be away from far expectations. Moving forward, inarticulate or and especially the likable. Like the Baldwin, the Dijon demonstrates an invaluable skill of the personal essayist, the ability to make herself a fascinating character. Another famous writer is the Vivian Gonrick American from 1935. Lopez, the Bronx-born Gonrick, a stalwart, the feminist movement. For example, there are many movements as far as feminist is concerned, or the theory of feminism is concerned. A general perception about the feminism is it started from Mary Wollstonecraft, who coined this term as a feminist or feminine. So it was started and initiated by the Mary Wollstonecraft. Then further on, it was transferred into the second wave of feminism, third wave of feminism, and the more important feminist writers are Julia Kristeva, Helene Sixwis, and Mary Wollstonecraft. These four, even the modern, this British writer is amongst them. So moving forward, the streets of New York City. She is an American version of the French that called a flaneur, or her in case, a flaneuse. Someone who's constantly on the street, walking around, observing, having an amusement and encounters with strangers. Gonrick casts herself as an odd woman. For example, she was on the road. She was into the market. She was into the park. She was broken into the fun fairs. She was broken into the celebrated days. And there she met in a live interview. The first, so she is considered to be an odd woman. You can expect her at any place, at any moment, and recording the real journalism. And the strength of real journalism is also like that. So she was true to it, where she met the people from stubborn, whose friends have ever been becoming her. So very cheeky and very tricky kind of convinces and very behaviors, where she met, where she discussed that what was going on, how the political government is going to be settled. Are they feeling nervous, or are they feeling relaxed at home as well? Is there a condition of domestic violence going on in their lives? Furthermore, this was being discussed, this was being traveled throughout the region that reign over there. So moving forward with the friends have become her surrogate family, means the closest family. She builds her essays out of very short fragments. She picks up as she wanders around the city, its territory. She is being perfectly and on it. Richard Godridge's American, the Mexican immigrant present in Sacramento, California. Richard Godridge documented his gradual separation from their world in his celebrated book. For example, that is, the name of the book is Hunger of Memory. Now, students, one must have the concept of memory. The memory is divided into three types. First, it is the instinctive, means short memory. Then it is the long memory. Further on, the long memory is being divided into sub two types. One of them is the happiest moments, the other one is the odd and sadistic moments. If you recall your childhood, if you recall your early life, if you call your teenagers or the a time period when you were little children's, then you will be remembering all the sadistic scenes, all the sadistic events, all the sad memories, repressed memories. Why? There are, because the day is full of happy moments as well. But what remains in a long term memory of any individual is always and always the sad moments of their routine, or on the other hand the failures of the incidents that have been declined to them, that have been for example rejected over there. So moving forward, this acute assessment of what moving forward what it means to become an American took an unpopular position over there, because the book basically says that you can't go back to the old country. You can be an indefinite in America, in a new America. You lose your roots. So the minute Rodgers becomes a scholarship boy, there was a division between him and his parents, accustomed to the going against the grain, that opposes the positive action and the bilingual education. He is a spiritual person whose peers are secular, who claims to be the Catholic, some that officially condemns his homosexuality. For example, this personal attack is always being rejected and condemned, even in any piece of writing. This is similar the case with creative nonfiction as well. But when people cannot compete with this writer, they try to create a propaganda on the personal life while claiming that personality into the homosexuality, the sex with the same gender. Moving forward, is comfortable with paradox, inconsistencies, and results in a confused, disappointed review of that witty, wise, and reassuring. So this was how this all the writers that started with James Baldwin, George Orwell, so Mary Wollstonecraft, James Joyce as well, Julia Kristeva as well. So all these writers are over there, and they are try to convincing you people on behalf of creative nonfiction. So this overall covers and gives you an idea of that how these writers spoke about their weaknesses, about the political situations of that scenario, how they try to convince the regions of that era. Further moving forward, they were trying to create the solutions to the problems. They were giving amendments for these solutions. According to these solutions, there was the moral concept of overall perspective of these writers was and is to teach the other peoples the basic training of their human life, in which how they must encounter through their personal, through their domestic, through their professional, through their technical, through their career base oriented material, that must leads towards a chain of progress, because this progress is not simultaneously and instinctive. This comes throughout an external efforts, hard work. So all these writers focuses this right of truth, that always and always focus the truth, go for reality, explore the local stories, and try to use the mix it up of elementary level, the elements that are used for personal art of essay writing as well. So our next topic that will be in the next lecture will be focusing on the elements, the characteristics literary that are used for writing the essay. God bless you. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.